Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve G, and what we have this time is the Konosuke Sumiiro SLD Gyuto 240mm knife. It's a beautifully made blade. This is composed of 3 layers. You've got a soft stainless cladding over either side of a core steel composed of SLD semi-stainless, so it's almost stainless. It depends. It's basically underneath the official qualification of a percentage of chromium to count for full stainless. So this will get a little staining on it. How much, you'll have to see, but typically not a lot, but it can stain a little bit. But this steel is really easy to sharpen, holds a nice edge, and it's a great steel. Heat treat's around 62 for that. So it'll have some decent edge retention, but it's really easy to sharpen, and it's an excellent kitchen steel. The edge length on this is about 243 millimeters, about 9.6 inches. So decent sized knife. Overall length about 399 millimeters, or about 15.7 inches with this handle. And the height's about 50.1, so it's got some height to it. At the back, the spine, it's fairly thick coming out of the handle, but then it thins down nicely, and it has a real thin tip and a nice thin edge as well. So you can see I got about 4 millimeters coming above the heel on the spine thickness, but then it goes down pretty quick, and I got about 2.4 millimeters halfway down the blade, and then it kind of holds that until you start getting to the grind, and then it thins out real nice at the tip. It's a really pretty grind on this. You can see they've polished the spine a lot and rounded it. Beautiful work on this. Here is your choil shot, so nice and thin at the edge as well. So it's a high performance blade, but it's got some meat to it for some stiffness and some mass to it. The handle is chestnut with a burnt finish on it, and then they've sanded it down where it meets into a black buffalo horn ferrule, so it's really sweet looking. It's a half octagonal, so it's kind of interesting. It's kind of an ovalish, and then they've got some flats on the top. So flat, flat, flat. Whoop, let me do that again. Flat, flat, flat. I was looking at me and not the camera. So you can see it's kind of an ovalish egg shape here, and then flat, flat, flat. So it's interesting combination, but it's really cool looking. Very, very nice fit and finish on this. A lot of times this joint here is not smooth. You get some overlap because it's a sleeve for the ferrule, but it's really smooth there, and they've done a really super job sealing up that tang junction into the handle. So it's a unique handle, but really, really cool looking. The handle's pretty light, so the balance point's going to be forward quite a bit because it's just a pretty big blade and it's got some mass to it. This is one time where an ebony handle would really be cool from a balance point perspective, but it's a light handle. It'll give you some weight forward bias to the balance. But so here's your balance point. For me, the pinch grip's back here, so that means it's a blade heavy balance on it, which is good if you want a little bit of meat to the blade, a little bit of weight to it. You can kind of push through stuff a little bit easier. So definitely know you have a knife in your hand. It's not unwieldy. It's only 6.5 ounces, so it ain't heavy. It just feels a little heavier because the bias is a little bit more towards the blade in terms of balance. But it's a beautiful handle, though. It's a cool package. Fit and finish, again, really, really nice. Let's get our beauty shot here. So this has a Kuta-uchi, or a blacksmith kind of protective finish on it. You can see clearly there's your grind going down towards the edge, and then here's your cladding line right there. And then there's your core steel peeking out. It has hand-engraved kanji into the cladding. It's a little hard because it's got the Kuta-uchi finish on top of that, but you can feel it when you run your fingers across it. So we've got the hand-engraved kanji there. On the left side of the blade, it's plain. And it's got a little bit of what we might call a nishiji finish, a little bit modeled finish to it on the side. So it's a matte finish. It's not a slick KU finish, Kuta-uchi finish on it, but it's kind of it'll probably I should say slick up a little bit, so it'll probably lose some of that matte sheen to it as you use it, and it kind of gets a little abraded, so that'll probably make it smoother as you go along. over time. But nice, really nice polish to the spine, rounded. They've done a lot of work on the choil here. Really nice polish on that, rounded a bit towards the sides. And then out of the box edge, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10 on my scale. So it was a really nice edge on this. Again, this is going to be a nice performance blade, kind of a middleweight blade, but thin where it counts at the tip and at the edge. Really nice straight grinds on it. You can tell the craftsmanship on this is outstanding. Again, really an heirloom quality blade. So this one, not every knife's going to be identical, but it gives you some idea. This has a big old honking flat spot. It goes boom. It's smooth, but it hits a hard stop. There's no like back heel on it. It hits a hard stop, boom, and that back 40-50%, maybe about half the blade is just flat, flat, flat. So wham. That's going to be awesome if you like to chop. That whole back half of the blade will be fantastic for chopping. The tip is fairly aggressive in terms of belly when you get to the last quarter of the blade, maybe third of the quarter of the blade. So let's see where we get. I get about right there before the tip starts digging in. So yeah, about right in there. So this will still rock, although it's going to hit a stop on it at the heel. But yeah, you can rock with this for sure. Tip draw should be just fine. But great back half for chopping if you like that. This is your blade. So if you're looking for something with really high quality steel, great fit and finish, excellent grinds, just a really nice piece of craftsmanship. It's a fantastic knife. This is the Konosuke Sumiiro SLD Gyuto 240mm knife from Chef Knives To Go.